giant person, perhaps. Sophie stared hard.
The giant person crossed.
Across the misty moonlit street.
Sophie stared hard across the misty moonlit street.
The giant, if that was what he was wearing a long black cloak.
The giant, if that was what he was wearing a long black cloak.
In one hand, he was holding what looked like a very long, thin trumpet.
In one hand, he was holding what looked like very long, thin trumpet.
In the other hand, he held a large suitcase.
In the other hand, he had a large suitcase.
The giant had stopped now right in front of Mr. and Mrs. Gucci's house.
The giant had stopped now right in front of Mrs. and Mrs. Gucci's house.
The Gucci's had a green grocery shop in the middle of the high street.
The Gucci had a green grocery shop in the middle of the high street.
And the family lived above the shop.
And the family lived above the shop.
Two Gucci children slept in the upstairs front room.
The two Gucci children slept in the upstairs room.
Sophie knew that.
Sophie knew that.
The giant was peering through the window into the room where Michael and Jane Gucci were sleeping.
The giant was peering through the window into the room where Mickey and Jane Gucci were sleeping.
From across the street, Sophie watched and held her breath.
From across the street, Sophie watched and heard her breath.
She saw the giant step back a pace and put the suitcase down on the pavement.
She saw the giant step back a pace and put the suitcase down on the pavement.
He bent over and opened the suitcase.
He bent over and opened the suitcase.
He took something out of it.
He bent over. He took something out of it.
It looked like a glass jar.
It looked like a glass jar.
One of those square ones with a screw top.
One of those screw ones on the screw top.
He unscrewed the top of the jar and put
He unscrewed the top of the jar
what was in it into the end of the long trumpet tip.
and poured what was in it into the end of the long trumpet thing.
Sophie watched, trembling.
Sophie watched, trembling.
She saw the giant straighten up again, and she saw him poke the trumpet in through the open upstairs window of the room.
She saw the giant staring out again, and she saw him poke the trumpet in turn at the open upstairs
where the Gucci children were sleeping.
window of the room where the Gucci children were sleeping.